in Model 24, Marine Aviation Logistics Squadron 24, from 2021 to 2025. And now I'm currently here. I'm from the Dallas area, and it's a real pleasure to be back here at home, being a United States Marine, getting to do what I love. So today I'm going to be giving you a presentation over like a general overview of the United States Marine Corps and all that it has to offer. So on the screen, that's my contact information. If you are in the Dallas area and you want to start a career path through the United States military, you can reach out to me. And let's kick it off.
Sergeant Young, can you please share your screen?
Yes, ma'am. All right, so today we're going to be covering the general overview of the Marine Corps, the technical skills within the Marine Corps, educational benefits, some of the enlistment requirements, as well as just how Marines operate on a daily basis from their day-to-day lives. So in the Marine Corps, we have more than 300 jobs, 315 to be exact. From aviation to vehicle mechanics to utilities technicians, administration, law, pretty much any job that you can think of, other than medical, unfortunately. So if you ever want to gain a highly sought after skill in a high in demand field, such as aviation, that's something you can definitely do. Or if you ever wanted to become a fully qualified firefighter, or start your career in law, that's definitely something that you can do in the United States Marine Corps. So a lot of Marines take the skills that they've learned in the Marine Corps, and then they use that in the civilian life. Some of them making six figures. So the Marine Corps, right? A lot of people don't understand what they do, right? Whenever you think of the Army, you're thinking of like a land. That's where they operate. Whenever you're thinking of the Air Force, right? They obviously operate in the skies, and then the Navy, they operate on the oceans. The Marines do all three, right? Air, land, and sea, and have capabilities in all three. So one of the educational opportunities through the United States Marine Corps is the NROTC scholarship. It is a $180,000 scholarship. It pays for any bachelor's degree that you want to pursue. And the only requirement, right, that the Marine Corps is going to ask of you is to serve 4 years as an officer. So in order to qualify for this, you have to have an SAT score of 1,000 or an ACT score of 22, or you can take the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test, scoring a 74 or above, and it will make you 100% qualified for that. And then you must also pass a physical fitness test that consists of a 3-mile run, as well as a timed plank and a maximum set of pull-ups. So again, this makes you a Marine Corps officer. So there's 2 different paths: enlisted and officer. This is an option to become a United States Marine Corps officer. So these are the rest of those requirements I was talking about earlier. You must be a U.S. Citizen, at least 17 years old, and then height and weight standards, right? And then physical appearance. So whenever it comes to the physical appearance, you must be within your height and weight standards. You also cannot have any tattoos. The Marine Corps has the strictest policy on tattoos. No tattoos on the hands, the neck, or the face. And then those are those qualifying test scores I was talking about earlier. These are just a few of the colleges that accept the NROTC, Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps scholarship. Essentially, any public college will accept this. And then depending on what college you apply to and get accepted in for the NROTC, it does pay for your room and your board as well. So NROTC is one of the educational benefits. But the other way that the Marine Corps will pay for your college is through the tuition assistance. I've used this myself. It covers 100% of your tuition. You're allotted $4,500 a year to essentially work at your own pace towards obtaining your associate's degree, your bachelor's degree, or your master's degree. The only degree that is not covered by tuition assistance is your PhD. And you can do this online. Most Marines do online college, right? However, if there is a college campus next to or near your military installation, you are allowed to go and attend on-campus classes. And then another way the United States Marine Corps pays for your college is through the post 9/11 GI Bill, general issue. It covers 36 months of college tuition. So you have 36 months from the day you started to earn any degree that you want. If you decide to stack your classes and essentially expedite your college career, you can do that. Some people, I've met Marines that have used the GI Bill, and within 36 months, because they already started doing tuition assistance, they used the GI Bill and got their master's degree. Oh, yes. And also for Texas residents, a lot of people don't know this, but after 181 days of active duty service, you are authorized for the Hazelwood Act. So what the Hazelwood Act does, it pays for 150 credit hours of college by the state of Texas, completely tuition free. So you can either choose to go active duty or the reserves. So in the reserves, you work one weekend a month. So and those other 28 days of the month, you are essentially just working whatever job you decide you wanted to. It's think of it like part-time in the military. You get to stay close to home. So here in Dallas, for example, you would be stationed either at Fort Worth or at Grand Prairie, doing the job that you signed up for one weekend out of the month, and then 2 weeks out of the summer. You are guaranteed like to pick the exact job that you want. So if you wanted to be a firefighter, you would be a firefighter. If you wanted to be an aviation technician, you would be an aviation technician, and so on and so forth. So signing up for the reserves, you have to leave your job for recruit training, but as soon as you're done with recruit training, your employer is required to hire you immediately upon your return. And then FAFSA, Hazelwood Act, and Yellow Ribbon are also things that the reservists can use. So these are the benefits within the Marine Corps, right? You're guaranteed work whatever job you signed up for, you will be doing that for the duration of your contract, and you are guaranteed 2 paychecks per month. So during the government shutdown, a lot of people, for example, thought that the military members were not getting paid, but they 100% were getting paid their pay rate, their pay rate on time and on schedule. Um, you're guaranteed to be promoted as long as you are staying on track and doing your job. After 20 years of service in the Marine Corps, you are eligible for retirement. So you get a pension, and the Marine Corps gives you 50% of whatever your base pay was at the end of your service after 20 years. You are allotted an annual uniform allowance. The amount is based on your pay grade, so E1 through E9. You earn 2.5 days of paid vacation every single month in the Marine Corps. So it adds up to around 30 days at the end of each year. In the Marine Corps, you do not have to pay for any medical or dental insurance. It is completely covered, 100% free for you. And all military installations have base exchanges. You can think of these like shopping centers, and everything in there is tax free. And then free air mobility command flights. So what's it called? Travel air. It's a program that the military offers to military members for and their families, their immediate families, spouses, and children to take military flights to other countries or other states within the United States at a decreased rate. So the enlistment requirements for the United States Marine Corps is 1.5 mile run at 13 minutes and 30 seconds for males. For females, it is 15 minutes and 30 seconds. A maximum set of pull-ups. So for males, the minimum is 3 pull-ups, and for females, the minimum is 1. However, for the Dallas area, if you are a female and cannot do pull-ups as of right now, push-ups are an alternate. And then a standard plank for however long you can hold it. The time limit for the maximum score, however, is 3 minutes and 45 seconds. You must be able to pass the ASVAB. So the ASVAB is on a scale from 0 to 99, 31 being the minimum requirement. You must pass an interview with an investigator where they will go through your background, making sure that you do not have any warrants or felonies. You must meet the height and weight standards. Being within your height and your weight, it's determined by how tall you are. You must pass a physical, a full body physical with a MEPS physician, and you must be on track to graduate or have already graduated from high school. So the day-to-day life of Marines in the Marine Corps, right? All Marines get every single weekend off and every single federal holiday. So every federal holiday, every Marine in the Marine Corps gets what we call a 96. That is 4 days off in a row. So it will be either a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, or a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. In the Marine Corps, we do have Marine sports, such as the boxing team, the football team, the basketball and volleyball teams. And then there's also a soccer team as well. Think of them like semi-professional teams that compete against other branches and sometimes other colleges. So on every single military installation, we do have recreational facilities, fitness centers. That's what we use to refer to our gyms. We also have high intensity tactical training centers where you can go to work out and get exercise to stay in physical shape. We also have basketball courts on every military installation. We also have swimming pools on every military installation, athletic fields, football fields, track fields, and we also have normal things like movie theaters, bowling alleys, and like restaurants on every military installation. So embassy duty is an opportunity for Marines to travel the world, get to see new countries. It is a special duty assignment offered only to corporals and above. But if you ever wanted to go travel to Europe or Japan, you have the opportunity to volunteer for this duty and get to leave the United States and get stationed anywhere in the world where there's an embassy. So there are over 100 embassies around the world. So you can get stationed at any one of these, and your job as a embassy duty Marine security guard is to protect every embassy, protect the embassy that you're stationed at. Protect the embassy that you're stationed at, as well as protect all of the government officials within that embassy. And that concludes my presentation. Do we have any questions?
Angelica, would you like to share the QR code for students to ask questions? I think we do have some questions. I'm going to go through the questions and tell you what I have. But students, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask on the QR code or through the QR code. I'm sorry. Sergeant, so one of the questions that we have is, did you enlist right after high school, and what motivated you to join, and were you scared to go?
Did I enlist right after high school? I did not. Honestly, I didn't even know the Marine Corps existed. I enlisted at the age of 20. What motivated me to go is I wanted to get a high-paying job that would a high-paying skill that I could use after my first contract, which is communications, navigation, cryptographic countermeasure systems technician, just the aviation technician, and that's what motivated me. And then there was a third question in there, sir.
Yeah, just the last part of it was, were you scared?
Oh, was I scared? Yes and no. I was nervous that I wasn't going to maybe do so well. However, I was also excited to earn the title United States Marine, becoming a Marine, and getting to travel to new places. So yes,
Awesome.
yes, I was a little bit scared, but more so nervous.
All right, the next question is, do you recommend commissioning as an officer or going the enlistment route?
It depends entirely on each individual. If you feel comfortable in a leadership position, right? All officers are leaders from day one. But enlisted, all Marines are leaders, but officers are like responsible for hundreds or thousands of Marines. So if you feel you are a good leader or someone who would be a good leader, then absolutely going officer route. There are leadership positions as an enlisted later on, but it's very small in the beginning. And if you are okay with going to college and earning a bachelor's degree, officer route also would be good for you. It's entirely up to the individual and depends on like their personality and what they want to do. Does that
Right.
answer you?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't I don't know if I answered their question.
Yeah. It answered it. I'm going to combine these two questions. They're very similar. Can you pursue the medical field in the Marine Corps, and then also can you pursue a career as a musician?
Yes, yes. So in the Marine Corps, we have the Commandant's Own. We have they are a part of the musician enlistment program. So the musician enlistment program is a they're professional musicians. That's their job as Marines to be a part of a band, ranging from electric guitars, acoustic, all the way to like trumpets, trombones, drums, any musical instrument you can think of. Marines, a part of the Marine Corps band. They play their instruments at like events, and there's a Marine Corps band stationed in California, Hawaii, Japan, and Virginia. So definitely, absolutely, you can pursue becoming a musician in the United States Marine Corps. And then for medical field, you can pursue a medical degree through the Marine Corps. They will pay for you to get your bachelor's degree in the medical field. And but as far as performing that job within the Marine Corps, we do not have any medical jobs within the Marine Corps. All of our medical providers come from the Navy. So there is one program that I know of specifically that's meant for medical. Let me pull it up real quick. It's EMDPP, Enlisted to Medical Degree Preparatory Program. It pays for Marines to earn their like nursing degree or to become a doctor. So for medical, we do not have jobs in the Marine Corps for medical. However, the Marine Corps will pay for your medical degree, and becoming a musician through the Marine Corps is 100% something that individuals can do. There is a more thorough screening process for musicians, though.
Okay. Do I get to choose the base based on my job or MOS? Basically, do they get to choose their own base?
Um, so you do not get to choose exactly where you go. You can put preferences. For my first duty station, I put as my preference Hawaii or North Carolina as my or South Carolina, sorry, Hawaii or South Carolina, and I got my first choice. I got to go to Hawaii. So you can choose preferences, but you cannot say I want to go exactly to this location and be guaranteed that spot.
And next question is, do I have to score a high grade on the ASVAB?
The higher you're not required to score a 99 or like in the 90s or 80s. You are required to score a minimum of 31. However, the higher the score you have, the more uh, the more eligible you are for jobs. So if you have a low score, typically all of the aviation jobs, for example, are going to be gone and not available to you. However, throughout your entire Marine Corps career, you can retake the ASVAB over and over and over again to get a higher score, making you eligible for those jobs. So no, you do not have to get a high score. You just have to get a qualifying score.
And it's already 4:30, so we'll do one more question. Anybody else has any questions they'd like to ask, go ahead and send those through the QR code. We're going to do one or two more questions. So another question is, if I join the Marine Corps later, can I join other branches?
Yes, that would be called an inter-service transfer. The requirements for that are the branch, the Marine Corps, right, would have to authorize your release, and then the receiving branch would have to authorize like accepting you. You can do it either during your contract, or you can wait until your contract is over and then transfer. And it's a very easy process. Especially going from the Marine Corps to any other branch. So yes, you can. In the Marine Corps, right? If you are an E5, for example, or any rank, you get to keep that rank going to another branch. However, if you are in another branch, like the Army or the Navy, and you transfer to the Marine Corps, you start at E1 or O1. It's very easy though, because you already have military experience, and all of your like paperwork and documentation is already in the Department of Defense system.
And then last question, if I wanted more information, what do I do next, or who do I speak to?
So you can, my phone number is on the screen right there. You can give me a call or a text and I'll answer it. However, if you are like you would just look up your local Marine Corps recruiter and then go to the nearest Marine Corps recruiting station and then just speak to the Marines in there, and they would be able to answer all of your questions well. Also, you can go to a website called marines.com, and that has a general overview and a lot of common questions that have the answers.
Awesome. And students, last, if you would like to see who is in your local area as far as recruiters wise, we have a link on our website through the Texas C&CP hub that you can check out. Also, if you are students, if you are in the DFW area, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Sergeant Young, that's where he's stationed at, or his recruiting station's at. Feel free to contact him, stop by for a visit. He can give you more information regarding service for the Marine Corps. All right, that'll conclude our presentation today. Thank you so much, students, for joining us, and we'll look forward to the next presentation.